You know, I'm perfectly aware that if I had some kind of plan for my YouTube channel, I'd probably have a lot more success, but I just don't. I just don't. And sometimes I just wake up and feel like today I want to make a video just randomly. Don't really have a plan, don't really have a topic. I'm just going to go for it. You know, I don't do this for a living or anything. Like, you know, I have a job that I have to go to every day, like most everybody out there. And I'm not saying YouTube is not a real job. Obviously, it is a real job. It's just, you know, you're not doing the 9 to 5 like many of us are. And I got lots of responsibilities. I got 2 daughters, family, a wife, everything, all this stuff going on all the time. It obviously takes a lot of doing, to get all that done. So I just kind of make YouTube videos on the side, and like I say, I have a lot of fun doing them, even though I know there's basically no hope of gaining any money from it, pretty much at all, at least not for a long time. But that's kind of the fun in it, I guess. Just documenting your life and messing around. And today is no different. I got a couple of things to do. I have to go move some stuff for my daughter over at her little apartment. She moved into this place, I don't know, in the summertime, and apparently there's lots of trash that needs to be hauled off. And she has a little bitty old car, and she can't fit it in her car. So I'm going to give her a little dad assist today. Shouldn't take too long, but I'm going to pick up her trash and take it down to the city recycling center, basically the dump here in town. You know, I'm getting older. I'm 50. That's kind of sad and weird to say at the same time. And I think a lot of people think, well, you know, once you get to 50, things start slowing down. Things should start slowing down, I guess you would say, or getting less interesting. You know, because you're 50 years old, things go a certain way, and you do things a certain way, and everything just becomes kind of a routine, which is kind of true. But also, life gets super, super interesting at 50 years old, I've decided. Like, one, my kids, they're both going to be leaving the house soon, and we're going to be empty nesters, which is interesting in itself. I mean, I don't know how it's going to affect things, or how it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. You have these kids living in your house, and you take care of them for 18 years, and then all of a sudden they're out on their own, and they're, doing things on their own. And it's really a weird feeling, and to know both of them will be gone, here in the next 6 months or so, 7 months. So that's going to, life is definitely getting interesting on that. It's just going to be completely different than it was before. So that's interesting. And then also, my oldest daughter, she's just fixing to turn 21. She's 20 right now, fixing to turn 21. She's been living on her own for 3 years, which is, man, it's just crazy how time flies by. The interesting thing about that is watching her kind of figure out adulthood. I mean, I'm super proud of her. She seems to get by pretty good. She always has a job or two, trying to make ends meet, and she goes to school and does all that. And she never really hits me up for much of anything. So it's been really interesting watching her kind of figure out how to do life, for a lack of a better term. And she's doing good. I hope it continues for her. I was really worried about her for a while. I mean, that's just a lot of negativity and stuff like that. But I think she worked at a restaurant for a while, and that helped her out a lot, I think. maybe. Sometimes restaurants can be kind of hit or miss as far as working there. If anybody's ever worked in a restaurant, you'll know what I'm saying. But things can be kind of wild. But she's come out pretty good, and to watch her grow up and become a young adult and figure out life is really interesting to me. She's done good so far. But today we have to go pick up some stuff for her. I told her that'd be no problem. Go pick her stuff up, her trash, take it to the dump, and have a few other chores to do today along the way as well. Okay, we have acquired her load of junk. And now we just got to take it down to the dump. She's so funny. I was really worried about her getting being lonely, you know, like she lives by herself now, and she had a roommate for 2 years, and that just didn't work out at all. Sometimes I think people are more suited to live on their own. I definitely was that way, and I think my wife was that way too. And my daughter, she is definitely that way. But I was really worried about her being lonely and living by herself. Just, you know, because it can be lonely living by yourself, really. I've done it before. I mean, everybody's done it before. But anyway, she got this little bitty dog. It's a little Chihuahua. It's about this big. I mean, that little dog is just a mess. I mean, a straight mess. I mean, it comes over to our house. And we have a Labrador, which is about 80 pounds. And I mean, it just attacks that Labrador, attacks it. And of course, that Labrador would never, ever harm a fly, ever, never bite anybody or anything. But that little dog, I mean, just like tries to bully that big old Lab. And then that Lab, man, she'll just get super pissed and angry and like, boom, snap, and like, you know, like, get off me. It's kind of funny to watch. Like, you can tell that she doesn't want to get upset, but that little dog pushes her just far enough where she snaps and has to fight back and, you know, lay down the law. Like, the Lab is freaking 13 years old. If you know anything about a 13-year-old Lab, all they want to do is lay around. So she'll just be laying on the couch, and that little dog will come up there and start, you know, trying to bully her, and man, she ain't having that Lab. So anyway, going into the dump now, recycle center, I guess is what they call it here in Stillwater. Going to drop this stuff off, and then we have a few more errands to run as we go about the day. Well, $10 to dump all that stuff, that ain't too bad at all. You know, it's a nice little service that Stillwater offers. You can dump your stuff down here. I've never been charged more than $10. They provide jobs for, I don't know, special needs people that usually work in that office there. They come out here and direct traffic and stuff like that. So I don't have no problem giving $10, even though that's kind of high. Like they really didn't have that much stuff, but still better than trying to find another place to go dump it. So now we're off to do our next chore.